should be, yeah.
One other show that's in America, it's got its new series out, and so over here it's on Amazon and iTunes. I watched it on Amazon. It's a show called Legends with Sean Bean, and one spoiler: Sean Bean does not die in this, because Sean Bean's known for dying in most things. And Sean Bean has quite good film spy credentials, with being 006 and Goldeneye. And he was a character in Ronin, whose name escapes me, but Ronin's a great spy movie as well, by the late great John Frankenheimer, who's a director I really like. Legends is about an FBI agent called Martin Odom, who's played by Sean Bean, and he has an uncanny ability to transform himself into different people for each job. But his own identity comes into question when a mysterious stranger approaches Martin, and he starts to question who he really is. So what's good about this show, what I really enjoy, is it really goes into the different personas he has to take on whilst undercover. So, they spend roughly... It's sort of almost 2 episodes per persona, almost. It's got a bit of a strange formula, because each episode tends to go into the next one, but by the end of the next episode, they kind of start the next story. So it's kind of like over an episode and a half that they go through each topic. And I think I was saying last week, this show is a bit like 24 meets the Manchurian Candidate. And I think it's very similar to the recent Manchurian Candidate, which was made in 2004, directed by Jonathan Demme. And it's so...
That was the one with Denzel Washington.
That's it, yeah. And it's
I thought it was quite good. I've not seen the original, but I liked that one.
Yeah, no, it's good. And the original's amazing as well. And so... Martin is sort of on a quest, a bit like Jason Bourne, to find out who he really is, whilst at the same time having to take on other identities. So it's becoming very difficult and trippy for him. And that's what's, I think, great about it. Sean Bean's brilliant, because it's not the most original show, because it does go into territory other shows have explored, especially 24, and the producers behind it, Howard Gordon, is one of the producers of 24 and Homeland. So if you're a fan of sort of action-orientated, fun spy shows, Legends is definitely worth a watch. I highly recommend it. For me, my favourite episodes are episodes 3, which is called Lords of War, where he plays, where Sean Bean goes undercover as an arms dealer called Dante Oberbach, and he's trying to track down some VX gas. Episode 6, The Gauntlet, Martin is uncovering more about his true identity, so some interesting moments there. And episode 8 is a brilliant one, actually. So episode 8, Martin has to go undercover as a journalist called Sebastian Egan, and this journalist is a bit like Christopher Hitchens, sort of a heavy drinker, very posh English guy, and he likes a good debate and things.
Sounds like Guy Burgess.
Yeah, Guy Burgess too. Yeah, there's something about eccentric English people that Americans like, and I think the intelligence services seem to like too. And in that particular episode, he's investigating an assassination plot against a Saudi prince who's visiting Los Angeles, and it gets into some interesting territory, because there's a human rights campaigner is trying to organise a protest against this Saudi prince. And she's standing up for women's rights, and at the same time the plotters behind the assassination attempt are trying to use that protest as cover to discredit her, and also to get away with the murder. So it's a really interesting episode, that one, and I think for me those are the standout episodes. But Legends, great show, well worth watching.
8, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4